Hello, thanks for tuning in today. I'm Jill. To receive future notifications of new videos, make sure to click the red subscribe button. Here's a card that I'd like to make today, and I thought about doing it in a Daffodil Delight version. You can find all the project details, including the supplies and the links, on my blog, which is www.jillibling.com. My store is jillystampin'up.net, and you've tuned into the YouTube channel. And to get free card kits, use the host code FTDUHC2C, and I'll include all of that in a link to my blog so you don't have to write it down. Okay, so to make this card, I will be using the Gingham Gala designer paper, and it comes in all different colors. I'll show you a few other samples. And for the words Happy Easter, I'll be using this stamp set. It's called You're Inspiring. And in tomorrow's video, I'll show you some of these daffodils I colored in really bright colors. It's really pretty. And I'll be using the Happy Easter set. And also, for the little duck, goose, what is that? That's a duck. I will use Fable Friends. So, to make this project, oh, and let me show you a few of these other ones. They're just really cute examples. And I won't be making these tomorrow, but they're really nice. So I thought, oh, this is kind of funny. So see this little squirrel? I was wondering, how do I color them? And my daughter's going to scream when I show you this. But I thought, hey, she's in the Navy. The little outfit looks like her in the Navy. So I copied the coloring using her picture. Sorry, Emma. Can't help it. You're really cute. And then on the inside, see this daisy? I just stamped the daisy all across the bottom. And it's the same daisy from this little squirrel stamp. Here, let me show you on here. See the squirrel? And I just stamped the flower. And you'll probably think, well, what about the hat? And I did pick up the hat in a few places, but when I was coloring using the blends, I just pretended like it wasn't there, and it came out great. I'll use the rectangular, stitched rectangular shapes, which I seem to be using over and over and over. It's really great. Gotta have it. Okay, so there are those, and then I'll show you a quick sneak peek of tomorrow's project. I'll be doing the bunny, and these are the daffodils I was talking about, and I'll show you about coloring those. Okay, so for today's duck in Daffodil Delight, let's start out with stamping the greeting. I'm going to do Happy Easter, and since I'm going to use the blends, I'll be using Memento ink. Memento. Okay. Happy Easter. Look how nice that came out. And these are stitched shapes, and I'll be using, I think this one fits best. So I will cut that out. So here is the greeting. And the little ducks. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to cut them out separately. When I tried to put them all on, here, I'll show you. They were just a little bit too big. When I put them on there, so I cut them out separate, and it makes it look like they're really following Mom close. I think it's kind of cute. So I'll color those with the blends and cut them out. And here they are. Very cute. And then the mom, stamp her. So if you don't have the blends, they're wonderful. They're my new favorite toy. I have a video I think it's like 4 videos ago, and it's a really good tutorial on using the blends. There's a lot of things that I've learned over the time, and the little tips, I included those in the video, and they help me a lot. And I've got good feedback on them, so I'm sure it's a good thing for everyone to watch. Okay, so here's the duck, and once again I'm going to use the stitch framelits, rectangular framelits, to cut out the duck in color in duck. So I will cut this out. There is the duck, the mom duck. So next is the inside of the card. Oh, and I put what colors I used to color this whole project. And if you need that, let me know. But I think each one, it's nice to have them all a little bit different. So here is some inside paper. Once again, I'll stamp the little ducklings. Then I'll use the stitch framelits to cut out this inside layer, and also stitch framelits to cut out the Calypso coral paper. So here will be the inside. It's already cut out, and I will cut out this piece so it fits perfectly layered for the inside of the card. That's right here. And you know, I noticed that on this one I put little shadows underneath. That's really cute, so I'm going to add that to this project. And you know, I probably should do that on the mama duck too. Okay, so that's done. So to do that, I'm going to use Smoky Slate. See how there's just a little bit of a shadow? And I also shadowed the ducks, and on here I shadowed mom and these ducks. So I think I'll use the small end. Give them a few shadows. And then mom duck, she wants a few shadows. And then, because when you look at this, it's like, yeah, there's gray underneath that. And actually that looks pretty good, but if you were to lighten it up using the color lifter, it would look better. So I'm going more for this effect. Just a little bit different. So I'll get the color lifter out. And just go over it a few times just to soften up the edges. And that's what I did on the duck's feathers to make it look a little downy. Maybe a little more. This one isn't quite as softened. Okay, looks good. Okay, so let's see where we are. That, this, you know, I need a card base. Okay, so I think I could start putting some of this together. And I'm sure you know it's celebration time. For every 50 you spend, you get something for free. And the promotion is coming to an end, which is sad to see. But I'm sure it'll be back next year. It's Stampin' Up's best promotion. Good, good. So it looks like the inside is complete. So now let's work on the outside. Little duck. So for these layers, I'm using just a plain piece of Daffodil Delight, and I cut it, I'll have the dimensions on my blog, but this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And now I'm going to use the framelits to cut out. See how all these layers are stitched? it adds such a nice touch. And then they're perfectly square, perfectly ready to go onto the card. So I will use this big one right here, and that's the same one I used on the inside of the card. And then at the same time, I'll run through this piece, both of them through at the same time. And yes, that is going to leave a hole down underneath here, but it's fine because the gingham paper covers up the hole. Okay, so those are run through just like that. And I will run through the gingham paper. So the gingham paper, very cute. It has a large print and then the smaller print. And depending on the project, I like both sides lots. This paper comes in a pack, and it's 6 by 6. And what's very coincidental and nice is this framelit is 3 inches. So if you cut the paper perfectly in half, and you go to run it through your Big Shot using the framelit, it's a really tight fit, but you can make it work. Here, let me show you. So this one here, I just cut it. When I flip it over, look how close that is. So when I had it, here, let me get my Big Shot plate. So, okay, I got a little bit of a fancy plate from my friend Janice. When you go to run it through, normally you would put your paper on, and you would put, this one's already in there, so pretend like, well, here, let me take it out. Normally you would put your framelit on just like that, and a top plate over the top, but because it's such a tight fit, this time I'm going to do it upside down. So I've got the same platform sandwich. I'm going to put the framelit upside down, then I'm going to take this gingham Gala paper and set it right over the top. So these framelits, it's a stitched edge, a solid line, which does the cutting, and then another stitched edge. So I want to make sure that I capture that center line, which is the cut. It's going to cut the shape of the framelit, or the shape of the paper. So I'm laying on here, and I'm making sure that I get it on the cut. And when I run it through, it works perfectly. Now that's using every little bit of your paper. Okay, so back to where we were. So here is this frame. This is going to go over the top. See how it covers the hole? And if ever you do this, make sure that you don't have a hole on the inside of your card. Like don't have a hole right back in here, because when you're writing, it will be an uneven surface and your writing will be terrible and you'll go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so there's that. Here is Mama Duck. And I keep scooching these babies around. Oh, I think I'm missing Green Baby. There's that one. Green Baby. Wouldn't you know? Doesn't that happen to you? It's usually on your elbows? No. Or on the floor? No. Okay, so Green Baby is here somewhere, and if I don't find Green Baby really quick, I will just continue. I'm looking to see if it's stuck in there. Okay, I'll put Green Baby on in just a little bit. I'm sure the green one will show up. And I'll put the bow on. Okay, so let me get these pieces on. I like the green one. That is just the strangest thing. Where can Green Baby be? You know, if I watch the video back, when I watch the video back, I will find where that little duckling wandered off to. That's what moms have to deal with. Okay, so there's that. Next is the gingham paper. So we had quite the storm here. We were without power for many days, and then just yesterday we got internet back. Oh man, I'm not a pioneer woman, that's for sure. Ah, here's Green Baby. Look at that. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, so coming to the placement of these layers, because the ducks take up a lot of room, which is really cute, I think like this project, I'm going to scooch the mama duck way over to the right side just to allow more room for the ducks, the ducklings. So put this way over here just so I could see the little stitch pieces. Good. Then goes mama duck. And she'll go way over here, right in the middle again, I think, or should she go down? No, in the middle. Okay, now 3 little ducklings and the greeting are going to get dimensionals on them. Dimensional, dimensional. Don't you love the mini dimensionals? I have the item number on my blog in the supply list. And if ever you're making any of these, you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Or if you have a card kit, a lot of it will come already done, and it's almost all assembly other than stamping. So all of the framelit pieces for the rectangular shapes will be done. Okay, so let's put Happy Easter right here. I'm always going to put it higher, but I like the stitch shapes, so I want to just leave those. And looking at these, there's 3 different sizes. So how about right there? And I kind of cut off Mama's tail feathers bottom with the framelit, so it's kind of nice to cover these up. And I'm going to tuck this one in a little bit back here. And then the little guy, I'll make it so he's really tagging behind. Oh, look at that. Very cute. Okay, and the last little bit is a double bow. And I did a video on a double bow, and that one has had good response too. It's a few videos back. But you can, what's nice about having the video, if you save the video, you can pause it and watch it over and over. So if you're watching it, you could do one step, pause the video, and then continue on and do the next step. You could go at your own speed. Okay, so here is a little double bow. And I don't want it to get in the way of the words. I'm going to cut the ends shorter so it doesn't get in the way of Happy Easter. Okay, look at that. Very cute. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I will make the other 2 projects. Here, I'll show you again. I'll make the bunny and the daffodils tomorrow. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.